What technology tools, what are important for you in building this data team to start? Is there, I mean, how would you decide what ones to invest in? Because there's so many about, and you'll get salespeople selling you everything.
Absolutely. And this is exactly where, as I said right at the start, this is where things have changed and evolved, right? Ever since I've been working here. It's no longer just Excel, I can tell you. And again, it's dependent on really what are you trying to achieve. Going back to that, like what are the biggest projects, biggest priorities that you see for your team to help the business grow? And each data team relies on a tech stack. Let's go through that first, right? There are so many things that you could be doing with technology. So to start with, maybe you don't even have any data in any kind of relational database. So first, you want to think about how are you pulling the data in, right? And there are so many tools to do that for you. In the old days, we had data stage or these black boxy systems, which would really like you throw some data at it. Has to make sure everything is in a particular format, particular shape, whatever, and then it will spit it out. But really what it's doing is a black box. You don't know what's happening. And at the end of the day, you get some data or appear to be matched anyway. Then there is but now, of course, there are many newer tools to do all of this, where all the ETLing happens automatically and much more easily than it did in the past. Then there are tools for where are you actually storing, right? Which relational database are you using? 10 years ago, they were mostly on-prem or not the cloud databases that we have today. And now it's all about cloud. So it's really about which cloud or on-prem solution do you want? And again, if you're in today's day and age, you probably will go for a cloud solution. I will quick tangential side story. In one of my roles, it was a big consideration. Do we even want to go to the cloud? That was then. Now, of course, I'm using it now. All right. And then from there, you want to think about, okay, how are you analyzing or ingesting all of the data that's in the cloud? You probably are doing some amount of query itself of the database. That will be SQL. And depending on which cloud database you've invested in, whether it's Snowflake or BigQuery or AWS or N number. It depends on which tools work best with that. But really, for analysis, you want to use something which is in line with what you're trying to solve. So you want to do like predictive analytics. Are you just thinking about descriptive or summary kind of analytics? Who is your audience? Then at the end of the day, are you just spitting out reports? Are you doing exploratory analysis? Or are you trying to build visualizations? So that's where business intelligence tools come in. All of these different tools that I've described so far, like there are specializations and specialized data professionals you can get with each of these. And again, as I said, in a startup world, you probably want individuals who can flex, who not only think about ETLing, but also think about the end user and in terms of the BI or a report that you're building, and is that having the impact that you want from that. So a well-functioning data team will have individuals who are proficient in all of these, of at least one of these. But at the start, again, it depends on your business, right? What do you need? In one of my earlier roles, we had the data already being piped in, but we didn't have somebody to look at it on the other side. So really, we needed to build up the analytics more than the engineering line to start. And so that depends. In some businesses, maybe they don't care about having beautiful dashboards. What they want to know is exploratory. Just tell me, solve this question for me. And then you want somebody who's proficient at either R or Python or SAS or whatever is your analytics tool, which is not going to maybe do that good a job of making something beautiful, but at the end of the day, will get you quicker answers. In a different role, we had to build data products, which we were putting out in the market. And there we cared about not just, is it telling me the right answer, but is it telling it in the right way? Is it beautiful to look at? And in those cases, the BI tool is obviously paramount and most important. There are time when BI tools available now. Yeah, so it really depends on like where you want to solve the problem.
Yeah. Now, I like you saying got split to your objectives, because it just means that you're on the right path, because then you're just staying to what you want to achieve. Obviously, we're going back to the LLM boom, right? It's got sidetracked. Thought this would be the new shiny tool that's going to solve all the questions. But really, there's so many different tools out there that maybe would have done it easier or quicker. But yeah, I think it's definitely important to stay aligned to what you're looking to achieve.
I didn't talk about AI enough. AI is definitely the new product on the market, or like products, I should say. And each business is trying to figure out, hey, where do I bring in AI into my tech stack? And absolutely, the data team is involved in that decision making process as well. Not just in considering the tool, but also in using whatever comes out of that tool. In some cases, maybe the data team is leveraging AI itself to solve problems. And which is not different in my team either. We look at use AI as well. And every time, especially in the last 2 years, I find these maps of AI tools that are just like ever growing. And I feel like there'll be a new skill set coming up with individuals who are trying to figure out, hey, which is the best AI tool to solve a particular problem? Because there are so many out there now. And a data person can tell you that from a data-driven perspective.